These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 9 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Bridgewater's pass. Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. That brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
At the 33-yard.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 61 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. It'll be a 3-yard gain.
The tackle made.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gonna take a shot. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. 1st and goal at the 1. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Caught on the right side by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down. Blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and it's 3-0 Washington.
Washington 3, Giants nothing.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Bridgewater's pass complete to Evan Ingram.
That completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Barkley, toss play left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? is almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now the toss to Jones, running right. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. He'll keep it himself. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, it's Jones. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Jabril Peppers. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Giants 7, Washington 3.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete, he finds Bray. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the 16-yard line.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington has retaken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be second down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 12. Bridgewater. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got a man, Slayton. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that makes it 14-10. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw now on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Tre'Quan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Washington.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 at this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 37. And McManus able to put it through.
Is good.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Washington 13.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Their own 28-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 26.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
First down throw for Bridgewater. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stop. Will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor wasn't necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. 31-15 was your final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. 20-17, your final. And finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. In our game, it's Teddy Bridgewater with a standout first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go.
And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
23-yard line.
Bridgewater. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
And 3 yards to go.
Bridgewater again. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off down at the 10. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now it's Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Washington.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's taken in by Stewart. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
13 yards.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Jones, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And now out come the Giants. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now Bridgewater finds his tight end Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Bridgewater. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flores. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Bridgewater.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Giants 24, Washington 21.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Washington on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Smith catches left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down. They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw again. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
24-24.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, They are really in sync right now.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
Down at the 26. 1 yard gain.
On 2nd and 9. Bridgewater to Shepard, complete over the middle.
That's good.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Bridgewater now from the 50. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Giants 27, Washington 24.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
24-yard line.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. Complete. He finds Bray. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down Washington. And Bray, the tight end's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This duo locked in. 14 yards. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Back to throw. The open man is Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st down, Washington.
So out comes the field goal team once more. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This is Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run it with Jones.
33-yard line.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Another carry for the running back.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Washington.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it's 3-0 Washington.
In overtime. Tonight.
We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Washington, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.